Why is ProDraft so jank?
It's browser capture.
Wait.
It's just not that one.
That one worked for me before though.
For ProDraft?
Oh, I'm watching your screen. You're good. Oh,
Okay.
never mind. You're not good. This is wait. Yeah, you're live, dude.
Okay. Is it fine?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, but now they're in draft. So I guess we can
Yeah,
talk
now they
about
are.
that.
Just switch screens.
Okay.
Or
It's
I
on
guess
the right screen now, isn't it?
No, but
yeah,
they're
it is.
actually in game. Okay, so I'll do that.
No, you're on the.
They're not in game. They're not in game.
No, but
They're
they're
not in game
drafting.
yet.
They're doing the.
Oh,
Oh, I guess it doesn't
They already
matter.
finished.
Should I
They
just
already
do?
finished draft.
Yeah. I guess we can talk about it now.
Yeah, go back. Is your
okay, send a message in the league channel about the game starting.
okay? At Ariel.
Okay.
Like just the same one that Ben and I send normally.
Okay. Is my stream? My stream is still on League, right?
It's on League.
Okay.
I'm gonna put myself to push. I'm gonna put myself up
Diff
with
and
stop.
who? Guts.
It's Daniel Diff versus Guts. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think we're like live, so our audio is all.
You're live.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go back to the pro draft, or are you just gonna?
Do you want to go back to pro draft?
Yeah.
It's not
Oh, the Kale.
on the pro draft.
I guess Will is playing his idols champion, Kale.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. They took it. Is Orangutan on team?
Oh, Orangutan, it should be on Team Guts. Yeah.
Oh, because it looks like they took away her Nunu pick, which we know is feared in all of Yale esports.
Oh, they picked it instead of her. So
Yeah.
instead of banning it, they first picked it, and that's really unfortunate because I know her second go to is Rammus. So
Yeah.
it looks like she's gonna default to the Evelyn jungle, which I have seen her play.
Yeah, it goes well with Yasuo too, with the AD mid lane AP jungle. I feel like the Ashe Morgana bot lane also has like a lot of pressure, so it'll be exciting to see how they play with that.
That's an Ashe Morgana into a Jhin and Leona.
That's what it looks like.
As a support main, Ariel, what do you see Morgana? How do you see that Morgana Leona matchup going?
As a support main, I'm honestly terrified of both, but I'll say Morgana probably wins against Leona because of her Black Shield, so she can Black Shield the stun or the E.
Yeah, I think that's a great pick into Leona, honestly, in the bot lane.
Yeah. I guess this will just depend on whether or not Morgana can Black Shield in time, and then if she does, then Leona can't really engage and Jhin can't do anything. But if Leona gets a really good stun, then I think bot lane might be kind of screwed. As a mid laner, Yvonne, what are your thoughts on the Yasuo Sylas matchup?
I think it's really interesting because I think in this entire tournament we've mostly seen a lot of mages being played. So two melee champs, Sylas into a Yasuo, I think it's going to be really interesting. I think Ornn has a knockup, right?
Yeah, Ornn does have a knockup. I think that's the only one besides Yasuo's tournament.
Yeah, I personally am always super scared of Yasuo because that man can 1v5 teams. Like if he's good at the champ. I'm not really sure how Sylas does into him, but I think it's going to be an interesting melee matchup.
Yeah. So what happened just now was that Team Guts accidentally took Morgana at the end instead of Leona, so they'll be re-banning and drafting, which is good for us because we were late with the stream. Now we have time to catch up. Yvonne?
Let's talk about these bans. So it looks like the Furo Urgot ban from Guts is banning out Will's champions up top.
Yeah, the
And
Urgot.
unbeknownst to them, he picks the Kale top.
Yeah, that's interesting to see. Um, well, I think either way, like regardless of what Will would have picked, I think Orin is a pretty safe pick into most things. So like if Orin can just not die too much, his ornaments will come online, and he'll just be really useful regardless of his KDA or CS at that point.
Ornaments. Is that what they're called?
I actually have no idea.
Ornaments.
It's cute.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Welcome to Big Oo's casting show.
Yeah. I think the Yasuo pick was actually really good too because the big engages I think from Daniel Diff are like the Ash Arrow, like the Morgana Q, um, and both get blocked by his wood wall, which is really unfortunate.
I think I remember actually seeing um, Lance playing Silas his last game. And it looks like Lance is the Yasuo on Team Guts, correct?
Yes. So I guess given the fact that he took the counter pick, he obviously thinks Yasuo it plays really well into Silas. Um, yeah, I mean, I imagine that even if Yasuo loses, he'll hit his O10 power spike and then take over the game. So should be okay regardless.
How does the do you know how the Kale and Ornn matchup top link looks like?
The Orn kill.
Kale Ornn matchup, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like okay, I don't really know, but like in my impression, both of them just like scale really well. So I feel like it'll just be, I think that what they want is a farming lane, but I think the goal would be to get kill online earlier. So there might be more ganks focused on top, um, but
You know, since we know nothing of the champs, why don't we look at the skill diff?
okay, good point.
So knowing Kale is our own William Kawisa Peng, and who is their top laner? Do you know who the top lane on Team Gut is? I think it's Ostino the Great.
Yeah, I think he's gold. So the rank diff might be a problem for Guts top laner, but Daniel Diff's top laner has a tendency to int and play very aggressively. So it'll be interesting to see if Galaxy X can punish that.
True.
Or Wangatang, my bad.
I'm ready to see Kawisa int on Kale.
That's the real highlight of the stream today, guys.
You know, we had a Kale on our team, right, Ariel?
Yeah, we did.
And I think that game went really well considering, you know, the mastery on that champion by Epsilon. I'm not sure how well Will can play Kale here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it compares. Looks right now they're drafting, like actually in draft. So we'll be heading into spectator delay soon. Yeah, so on that note, just like based on your impression, which side do you think just wins? Like, do you think there's like one draft that's just like extraordinarily
You know,
stronger?
based on my own personal Gold 4 boosted Gold 4 expertise, you know, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Guts. What about you, Ariel?
Based on my own also Gold 4 expertise.
Oh, you're Gold 4?
Yeah!
Oh my god, guys, Bubble Bobs is Gold 4.
Yeah, I made it, boys. Which is what helps me, Yvonne, cast so well during this game. I'm also more scared of Guts just because of Yasuo. and Evelyn, which if you I imagine traumatizes many of you guys in a low elo. Um, but I think if Kale does get online, she'll be really oppressive.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say I'm pretty scared of Guts like team fight comp with the Yasuo and the Leona ult, as well as the Ornn ulti in. But I think if Kale really Kale scales pretty hard, so I think we'll have to see how it plays out.
Yeah, for sure. I think it'll be really cool to see if they can like layer everything, because the Ornn ult into like the Yasuo ult into Leona, I think if they get that huge wombo combo, I think team like Daniel Diff just dies.
Do you think that Nunu pick from Daniel Diff is a comfort pick or a pick just to pick out Audrey's Nunu?
I think it's most likely more of an idea, more of like a way to save a ban and then pick out Audrey's Nunu. But I imagine the jungler's probably also pretty comfortable on it.
That's so toxic.
If it works, it works. But I have faith in Audrey's Evelyn as well, so we'll see how that goes. I honestly think there's going to be a lot of focus from both junglers on the bot lane. Actually, I'm not sure because I feel like Guts wants to take down Kale, so like she can't ever farm up. Um, but I feel like Ash Morgana and Jin Leona both really like skirmishing. What do you think?
I have no idea, but apparently you're kind of quiet.
Oh, am I quiet?
Hmm.
Wow, I've never been told that I should talk louder. This is it, guys. Is this better?
I don't know. You sound the same.
I can't tell if I'm talking any louder as well. Okay, well, let's just hope it's better unless someone else complains. Uh, all right, another 40 seconds before we get into the game.
Do you think there's going to be an invade from either side?
Yeah, I think with Morgana Q, an invade from Daniel Diff isn't too unlikely. Um, but honestly, I think they should just both go for it because I think it'd be more fun. Okay. Actually, now that I'm looking at the bans again, I'm kind of curious why they banned Caitlyn instead of picking her with Morgana. Because that combo has always been really disgusting to play against.
I think our spectator delay is over, so if you want to go ahead and switch screens.
Yep. Give me 1 second. I'm still loading in. Let me know if you can see.
Yep, we're good. We can see.
Nice. Okay. So honestly, I don't really know any of the new items as well. So that will be fun to work around. Oh, oh my.
Seems like both teams just zoomed out, but are staying on their respective sides so far.
Yep.
That is what we like to see.
A cautious team. I think it would have been really fun. They had like a lane swap, but I don't think there's really a need for any of that.
Apparently, lane swapping is illegal in this tournament, but someone didn't tell Jeff that when he swapped all of his lanes in our game. I'm not tilted or anything.
Yeah, no shade. They're pinging Yasuo's Ignite. No other comments on this. But it looks like there's no teleport advantage on either side, except Team Gus looks like they might have a little more kill pressure because Leona has Ignite, and while Team Daniel Diff has Heal. Oh. Callum warned me in the bush. Oh, a nice binding onto the Leona for a little bit of poke as well.
Orangutan getting dangerously close to 0 into the jungle. Had to give up the Gromp after smiting it for health.
Yeah, I feel like, is Evelyn's clear really good?
I
I feel
have
like
no idea, but she's getting dangerously low in the jungle.
she
I don't
seems
think
like
she
a
got a
really
very
socially
good.
chimp.
I don't think she got a very good leash. It looks like Leona wasn't there in the beginning of that leash and then planted over.
Oh,
But
I
I'm no
see.
jungle expert.
It'll be interesting to see if that ends up having a larger effect on the game. For example, if her clear is a little bit slower, anything like that. Oh, but a nice dark binding onto Jin and a good engage by the Leona means that nothing else will happen. It looks like Daniel Diff did win out on that trade though. So far, there seems to be a CS difference. Only real in both mid and bot. In mid, an advantage. Oh, it looks like the heal forced out from Jin.
And the snowball lands. Nunu flashes, Leona flashes.
Oh, looks like might be a first blood to. Yep. Oh, first blood to the Ash. So that's really good, especially because Jin was getting a CS advantage. So that definitely will help mitigate some of it and even out the lane a bit more. Really great gank and play from Daniel Diff.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my
my heart,
god.
Audrey.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Did you see that?
Oh!
Oh my heart. You know, I think Galashish this I think Nunu is clearing his jungle a lot faster than Evelyn is. And so he's likely going to be able to gank a lot more than Evelyn will early in this game.
Yeah. To be fair, I think Evelyn's supposed to wait until 6 to gank for her ult.
That's
But
fair.
I feel like that spike might come a little bit later just because of how unfortunate the jungle clear has been. Looks like the CS is even in pretty much even in all the lanes though.
Do you remember seeing a flash from their gen or no? I remember seeing one on Leona and Nunu.
On their Jin,
Hmm.
there's Jin flashed and Leona flashed. So bot lane has no sums right now on the side of Guts, but Daniel Diff does. So I'm guessing Nunu will be returning soon for a return gank.
Yeah, I'm looking at top CS right now, and it doesn't look like Will is quite hitting the 10 CS per minute that our carry hits, but
He's still doing his best.
he's doing his best.
Oh, a really great trade for Astino the Great in the top lane, getting a lot of good damage onto the Kale.
Your Discord stream is a little laggy for me, so I'm just gonna watch it in League. So you can
it.
stop streaming in Discord.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Wait, I
Will
can't.
picks up a kill up top.
Mind. Oh, a solo kill to Kale. Dang, that's gonna be really good for really really good for the Kale,
Looks like
especially if
Nunu's doing some counter jungling at Raptors.
yeah, it looks like Down Diff is really setting the pace for this game. I think except for bot lane, everywhere else seems um, Down Diff seems to be getting a lot of advantages. A lot of good damage onto Jin. Oh, it looks like Jin might die here. He has no sums, and Ashe claims another kill. The Morgana has been really good about landing her bindings. Um, it's really impressive to see. Wish I could relate.
Should ask her for tips.
I really should. Yeah. Yeah. It looks like the I guess like the balance of the game is really like tipping over to Daniel Diff. They're up like 1k, no, I can't do math, 2k gold. Um and all the lanes seem to be winning on their side, including the jungle. If your team, oh, another good trade for Kale in the top lane. Though it's pretty much even.
Looks like Nunu is ganking top right now.
Yep, he's going the long way around.
Burns a
Um,
flash from Ostino.
Definitely worth it, especially because a flash engage from Ornn can be really scary for the Kale.
Orangutan has been level 4 for quite a while, I think, finding a lot of her camps killed by the Nunu.
Yeah, she just walked by Raptors. I think Nunu just took that um, a little while ago. Oh, an ult from Yasuo in the mid lane, but it looks like, um, oh,
You see both Ignites burn
you
there, and
see
it looks like
both
Wardell ultimately
ignites.
wins that trade down mid.
Yep, ult looks like it'll be about to be burned for Ornn, but he dies anyway. And Nunu comes in for the moral support. So I guess a 1-for-1 overall. Um, but the jukes are really good to see from the Yasuo.
Yeah, I think Blue Side's doing a really great job in both bot and top, but I think that Yasuo's we're gonna have to watch out for.
Yeah. Oh, a nice black shield from Morgana means that nothing more will happen. And a cleanse. Oh, the Jin ult at
Good flash by Ashe to get out there.
yeah, definitely really necessary. I'm actually surprised she survived. I really thought the fourth shot would kill her, but it looks like because Jin hasn't been able to really take off, he doesn't have enough damage to do that.
Ariel, can you hold down tab for me really quick?
Yep. Kale is actually doing really well in the top lane. Already a 20 CS lead, and there's a 30 CS lead in the jungle as well. So top jungle and bot. Top jungle's having a really good time. Ashe is up in kills but down in CS. So bot lane I think still has a chance to come back for Team Red.
It looks like Nunu just took Evelyn's red buff and is going for a gig mid.
Oh, looks like Yasuo's gonna walk it out.
No, walk it out.
Also looks like Nunu's snowball is a projectile, which I didn't know, and now I do.
It's quite a large level diff in the jungle. Nunu's
Yeah,
level 8. Evelyn still has not reached level 6 yet.
yeah. Looks like she might not be able to gank for a very long time. Or at least she has to pick times when she knows Nunu isn't there because I don't think she wins any 2v2 or 3v3.
Yunu looking for a gank mid lane and gets a flash out of Void Owl.
Yep, a good gank. Um,
No more commentary. Good gank.
good gank. Nothing else. He got the flash. Oh, Leona's here for the engage though, and looks like, um, oh, good disengage with the help of Nunu, and nothing else will happen. Oh, a good root onto the Evelyn. Of the Nunu ult, looks like Evelyn will die, and as well as Leona. And Yasuo just has to make an escape. Really good turnaround by Team Blue, and what looked like could be a good pick for Guts.
And it looks like that secures them the first dragon of the game.
Yeah. Actually, I don't remember what Mountain Dragon does. It's like resistances, right?
Let's ask the chat. What does Mountain Dragon do? We see Will diving Ostino the Great down top, up top.
Oh, looks like he might get traded over for it.
It
But
looks like he was a little bit too greedy, which matches the personality of the player.
indeed,
I think
pass.
regardless, that Kel's been putting a lot of pressure on the Ornn up top,
Yeah,
continuously poking him under tower.
the 20 CS lead has been maintained the same time, maintained the whole time. The Rip Herald coming down bot. It looks like bot will also slowly start to snowball as well. Yasuo and Jin have really big CS leads over their counterparts though. So it'll be interesting to see if Guts can get more money onto them. Mountain Drake gives you a warm hug.
Thank you, Mauricio. Very helpful.
I honestly don't think Daniel Diff needs a hug right now, considering the fact that they are winning in terms of gold and kills and objectives. I think another Mountain Drake for. I think Guts might want a hug.
Honestly, the CS difference mid and bot is pretty substantial.
Yeah. I guess like one of them is like technically like mitigated by like the top CS diff, but there's still like a 20 CS lead overall. Yeah, if your team Guts, like what would you want to see here? How do you think, like who do you think needs to get the money to
Definitely
win this
Yasuo.
game? Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
Looks like Yasuo may be roaming a little bit to the top lane.
Yeah. Looks like he's gonna take a look.
Or not.
Oh, another gray binding it onto Jin. The black shield means that Jin loses his flash. And Morgana might die here. Oh, but Jin misses the fourth shot, which means that Morgana may get out alive. Basically just a trade, an even trade on both sides. Ashe all for Jin ult, Leona all for Morgana ult, and about even health bars on both sides. Oh. A skirmish in the mid lane. Looks like nothing else is happening, but in the top lane, looks like Evelyn is ganking the Kale.
There's a pretty big, good charm and initiate right there.
Yeah, that was a really great gank by Evelyn, but also a good turnaround by Kale to take one of them down with him.
Does Evelyn pick up a shutdown there or no?
I believe so. But you know, I didn't trust me.
If I'm saying if there was a shutdown, it's probably worth gank, but it did look like Ornn had gotten our way already, so.
Yeah. I think there was a shutdown, so I think it was worth it overall.
Okay.
Though, yeah, I guess it's good to have it on Evelyn too, especially because she really needs to catch up at this stage of the game. Oh, another gank from Nunu in the mid lane. But
Good flash
Evelyn's
out.
there, and you have a quick flash manages to survive.
I have to say, there's a pretty large level disparity here. So even when Audrey does gank, I would be a little scared. I don't know how that level disparity works out in actual engages, but it seems like every lane she ganks will have an advantage over her.
Yeah, it does seem like that. Oh, Kale has met Jin in the bot lane, but Kale just wipes out Jin. 80 season every season, guys. Not fun.
I heard ABCs are pretty strong this season,
I feel like
but
I don't
are
know.
nothing against the Kale.
Yeah, yeah. I think maybe that's just like everything against Kale. You just get kind of wiped out. Um, she just like autos you to death. But yeah, as like going back to like the mid lane play, it looked like Guts planned to go in, like they initiated, but in the end they're the ones that blew both flashes, which is really unfortunate.
And blue team secures the Cloud Drake. Mauricio, what does the Cloud Drake do? Does it also give you warm hugs?
Is it like free air conditioning?
I would love free air conditioning or a heater.
No, that's Inferno.
True. Looks like Kale's putting a lot of pressure bot lane and gets a free tower.
Yep.
Void Owl trying
But
to
it looks
fend
like
off the Kale.
they're diving a mid lane, which is very successful.
Oh.
Nuno has been tanking the whole time though and might die for it. The shutdown goes to
Silas does get a double kill here.
yes. Silas gets a double kill, but Evelyn gets another shutdown onto Nunu. Um, Honestly, I think that's actually pretty good for Gus. Like even though they lost two to the one lost on the side of Daniel Diff, given like the gold lead and everything else,
Yeah.
I think that was pretty successful.
Putting pressure on bot and making Yasuo match the Kale kind of helped them win that fight down in mid.
Yeah. Oh, but it looks like okay.
Will getting caught? Ult hits only the Ornn?
Yeah, a really great Jin deadly flourish. I think
Good bind, yeah,
really good
definitely.
ult. I think really well executed
This, ladies
by
and gentlemen, is what
Guts.
we call Will greed. I think maybe after taking that first turret, maybe rotating back or backing would have been good.
Yeah. Oh, but nice
And
binding.
Ornn gets caught in the jungle here.
Right.
Burns his flash.
Yeah. Otherwise, a really good pick for. I mean, Team Guts definitely won that. They had a really good pick onto Kale, but it's good that Daniel Diff went back and made sure that at least they got a flash for all their troubles. Yes, I guess it's what you might call a will diff. Yeah, honestly, I think if they keep picking off Kale, Guts can actually bring it home here. Looking now, looks like everyone has their mythic item except for Evelyn and Leona. Um, so it'll be interesting to see if the game shifts after that happens, like if it gets more even or if it's unbreakable. But it looks like Ornn will be dying to kill, despite the ult, and the engage by Nunu means that not only will Kale
Nice, Audrey.
a
Gets the
nice
kill on a Will.
assassinate onto the Kale.
Looks like Blue is still chasing.
Yeah, looks like Leona might die. Looks like
Nunu gets
Evelyn
the ult on the
does die.
Evelyn. I think that was a good trade for Will. Will dies for 4 kills. Worth.
We take those.
We take those.
If you think about it, you get extra money for killing Will too.
True.
So it's actually a big win on the side of Guts. I think it was actually a really great turnaround by Daniel Diff. I really thought that was like a huge pick for Guts. Another nice fruit. Dude, their Morgana literally does not miss. What is
Yeah, you should
this?
DM her, Ariel.
I'm not sure this is
You know,
teachable.
I gotta say though, you have superior black shields,
Oh? Oh, say it again.
but your Qs need a little work. I was watching, I was watching a recap.
Oh
I missed a
no.
couple Qs. It's okay though.
Evelyn caught in the jungle again, sending her even farther behind. I think this is a really unfortunate game because the vision control has been really strong on the side of Daniel Div, especially because almost all their lanes are winning. So it's been really hard for Evelyn to get any advantages.
Okay, so at this point, when nothing usually happens in games, Ben goes, "Let's take stock of the game," and then recaps all the dragons and objectives that each team has gotten. Ariel, you want to help me out here? I think Blue has 2 dragons.
Blue has 2
Um,
dragons. They've had both Rift Heralds.
Looks like they're about
Um,
to get a third Infernal Dragon. Here comes the free, what's it called? Free heater,
Free
which my
heater, we
mom
like it.
refuses to turn on. It's very cold in here.
I recommend extra blankets or weighted blankets. But
Hmm.
yeah, looks like Guts will even contest that dragon. And Daniel Diff is at soul point.
Blue team has about around, oh, I can't math, around 8K goal difference. It's pretty significant, right?
Yeah,
Nu-
especially at
Nuno
22
whiffs
minutes
the
in the game.
snowball.
Yeah. But he finds Evelyn to get some really quick chip damage onto her. Actually, if Down Diff just took Baron, which is looks like what they're paying for now, or at least the clear words, like can Guts even contest?
You know, I honestly still have a lot of faith. If they get a pick on Will here, I think it could be really good for him.
Oh, yep, they're all going to Will. Uh,
Unfortunately, he gets out in time. Looks like Nuno will attempt to engage, and we're going to see a fight here in the jungle.
yep,
Nuno
Nuna's
gets
going
an ult on
in.
the Evelyn,
That's really great ult. Gets the Jin. Looks like Leona will also
and
be
Kale
going
as well.
down here. Oh, also a nice stun onto the Yasuo, but oh, oh my goodness. Evelyn ulted, but nothing happened. And Kale gets her in the end. I think she tried to ult Morgana, but Morgana stopwatched. And Leona has been caught as well. Um, Almost an ace to Team Daniel Diff. No, I can't count.
Yeah, I think they were trying to get a pick on Will there, and Blue team did a really good job rotating to Will and catching them
Yeah.
on that return to base.
Yeah, they definitely knew that Kale is very juicy bait. So it's really nice to see how they played around
Did
that.
you just call Will juicy?
Uh, Kale.
Ah, ah.
Uh, uh. Um, yep. Luckily, Jin's ult, the last 2 ults miss, meaning that Ash can get away. But again, Kale greeted a little bit, and looks
And
like the
once
shield will
again,
die.
Kale overstays.
On the other hand, though, Ash got the red buff, which I think is more important.
I think that pick there actually prevents Blue from just straight on taking Baron, maybe. Not sure if they were going for that or not.
Because I think otherwise they could have just, oh, it definitely would have been really free. But it looks like they'll just be resetting, and yeah, Guts will be looking to clear out some of the vision in their jungle.
To be honest, I think if Blue team really whiffs the fight, I think this Yasuo could still turn the tables.
Yeah, Yasuo has hella CS. It's actually like pretty strong. Honestly, I think he could have gone it online earlier if he really inted for his O10 power spike. But the 3-0 scoreline is not terrible either. a nice binding from Morgana, but the wind wall blocks the Comet, and down Diff still ends up with Baron.
Looks like Kale is pushing top bot lane by herself
Yep.
as her team recalls and resets.
Right. It looks like. Oh, I guess it's 3-on-1, but Cal is.
Nunu is hovering there, so.
Yeah. Doesn't look like Cal will be greeting too much, and respectfully backs off. Looks like Cal is, 4 items in? So she should be really strong right now. Yeah. She's like a full item up on the Ornn too.
And Will once again gets 4-manned. Can he pick up a kill here?
Oh, he almost picks up he does pick up the Yasuo, which is really good. And Evelyn gets the kill onto Kill with the ult, but gets picked off again after by the Ashe. With the Leona ult engaged, and Silas looks like Ornn will also be going down, and looks to be an ace for
that looks Diff. Like that spells GG for red team.
Dang. Kind GG's in the chat as well.
Yeah, I think Nunu did a really good job of putting pressure on lanes and being able to gank a lot of places at once and counter jungling the Evelyn.
Yeah, I definitely have fear of Nunu ganks now because Galaxy X really played that very well. Yeah.
And I would just like to fume at the people that ban Audrey's Nunu. You're just scared of her Nunu. Stop banning it.
All right.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us today. That's going to be it. Look forward to our other games, and thank you for joining us.
Yep. Bye, guys.